Hey everybody, it's Erica again. I wanted to make this video for you guys because all anybody ever hears about long distance relationships are the negativity aspects of it. However, and I have another script down below, so sorry I'm reading off of that, but don't get me wrong, I am the first person to admit it in the fact that long distance relationships are very sucky. They're very difficult and they're definitely not for everybody. It takes a certain kind of person to be able to pull it off. And it's really hard to understand why they're not for everybody until you're in one. So the stress and the anxiety that a long distance relationship causes is absolutely incredible, and it seriously takes a toll on you. So to remind myself why I'm still doing the whole long distance thing, but to give other people a positive outlook on long distance relationships, I'm going to give you 5 positive reasons to be in a long distance relationship. But before we begin, be sure to like this video so that I know to keep making more of them for you guys. Leave a comment about the best part of your long distance relationship, or leave a question about them. And don't forget to subscribe so that when I do answer your question, you won't forget to see it, okay? Okay. Alright, let's go. Number 1. You don't always have to be red carpet ready at the drop of a hat. And ladies, this one is mostly directed towards you, but men, get on the happy train. You guys know what I mean. You don't have to deal with the plucking and the waxing and the shaving and the primping and the crinkling and the moisturizing and the oiling and all of the weird stuff that goes into being red carpet ready at the drop of a hat. Do you realize it's nice to not have to shave your legs for a few days, but to not have to shave your legs for the entire winter because you don't have somebody else in your bed with you? It's nice. It's really nice. Granted, my husband is a very hairy man. He's very Italian. He has all the hair in the world on his body. So he doesn't get to complain as much as some other guys I know. But it's really nice not having to pamper myself unless I want to. Because it's expensive to get everything done, and it takes a lot of time out of your day, and it's really nice not having to buy razors and waxing sessions all the time. And number 2. When you want alone time, you get your alone time. I'm not a person who is very good with being around other people, so getting a lot of time to myself is something that is very energizing for me, as opposed to people who get energized from being in large crowds. I'm good with my husband, I'm good with my best friend, and I'm good with my sister, and that's about it. But even then, I'm not good at being around people for long periods of time. So I like the fact that I don't have to go out and do everything with everybody all at once, especially going out to parties with him, or going out to birthday parties for his friends, or going out to bars with his friends, or him wanting to go out to the bars, so I have to invite my friends, and I don't have to worry about staying positive all the time. I love my personal space, and it's a healthy aspect to all relationships, but there's so many times when you're in a normal relationship that asking for your space can be perceived very, very wrong. And with a long-distance relationship, it's not like you're asking for a break in your relationship. It's just, you don't even have to ask for it. It's just right there. And quite honestly, if you ever do get tired of your partner, you can just shut off your phone for a couple hours and be good. And they won't realize because they'll think, oh, they're just busy. It's pretty awesome getting the time that you want. Number 3. In relation to a number 2 point, this one is getting to do what you want when you want to. Having the ability to be independent is something that I absolutely love about this relationship that I'm in. While being separated from my husband is difficult, I also have realized that I don't have to worry about making plans while keeping his schedule in mind. I don't have to worry about who's taking the car, because when I get over to England, we're only going to have the one. But right now, I don't have to worry about asking his permission to go out with anybody. I don't have to worry about taking the car and he's going to need it. I don't have to worry about his schedule, about if I ever have to pick him up from somewhere or drop him off at work. I don't have to worry about going and getting groceries and realizing, crap, I forgot my husband at work. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I really do love spending time with my husband, but I love being able to just go out and do whatever I want without having to worry about him either needing to tag along or needing the car. And number 4. Your communication skills get so insanely good when you're in a long distance. I've never been more myself with someone than I have been with my husband during the distance part. Like, even with him, I can get like really awkward and anxious talking about things. So being able to type everything out and like look over what I'm going to say to him before sending it off to him is really nice, especially for my mentality. I can have any conversation in the book that I want to with him. And you should be able to do that with your partner anyways, but it's a whole lot easier talking about awkward things over the phone than it is in person, because you can kind of gauge a reaction that you're getting from the messages you're sending. Like, if I were to just go up and tell my husband something, I don't know what he's going to do, because I don't know what I'm going to be saying. A lot of our conversations are very important to the relationship. A lot of ours are also about his gaming and my horses stuff. Don't get me wrong, we do the don't let your parents read these messages kind of messages. Every relationship should have those as well, and it's not just for the distance part of it that we do it. For both of us, a lot of it is just knowing that we can communicate about anything that needs to be talked about. And it's also really nice because with regular people's relationships, the conversation can kind of die off. It's like, well, it's weird to ask somebody how they slept when they slept next to you all night. But I get to ask him that every morning. I'm like, well, how'd you sleep? And he's like, oh, good. How did you sleep? And I'm like, good. And we get to exchange our dreams and talk about all that stuff. And we get really creative with our conversations sometimes. It's quite entertaining to see what other one of us is going to come up with that day. I think that for a lot of people who are at this 2-year mark with somebody, that if they have been in that relationship with a person face-to-face the entire time, conversation has died down, but we always have something to catch up on. Like, every once in a while we have dull moments, and like right now we're kind of in a lull as far as conversation goes, but like there's always something to talk about with us, and it's so refreshing. And number 5. Getting to meet them again for the first time. It is incredible to be able to meet your person again for the first time. And it's like love at first sight. It's like the fairy tale where your eyes meet across the room and you hear the little birds sing. It's adorable. I have met several people for the first time because they have been very drunk all 5 times I met them. But it's a lot different when you get to pick somebody up at the airport and be like, it has been way too long and I miss you and I'm so happy you're home. Like, it makes my heart skip a beat. It's probably not good, and I should probably go to the doctor for it, but it makes my heart skip a beat when I get to see him again. And yeah, it sucks having to drop them off at the airport when your time together is done, but reintroducing yourself to each other, like finding the new scars on their body and like learning that they cut their hair right before they came home and see every new curve on their body and every new freckle and every new pimple, and it's the little things like getting to see your person for the first time in 6 months. I really want to see him now. That's all I want to do. Everything about them is like going on a first date again. Relearning. Re-experiencing. And even the lead up to them coming home, like the week before they come home, it's counting the hours and tracking their plane on your phone and getting to kiss them again. It's like the cupcake phase of your high school romance all over again. It's just amazing, you know? It is spectacular to feel that way. Alright, well, there you guys have it. Those are 5 awesome reasons to be in a long-distance relationship. Many of these apply to being in a military relationship as well, but military can also get a lot more complicated than this. Well, anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Sorry, I had to say